Hello and welcome back to Tsukihime. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time Shiki and Arkue go to the park to ambush Vlov, or have Vlov ambush them so they can ambush him, just to find out that the city's on fire and Vlov is on the center of it. So they jump on top of a building, and Arkue jumps even higher, kind of does this jump, flip, nuclear missile thing, and aims straight at Vlov. Volv, sorry. But yeah, they kind of engage in battle. There's a giant crater now, and Volv is trying to hit her with all the fire he has, but she actually brings out this new dress and ends up countering him. And when it seems like she has the upper hand, Volv enters his second phase, which is actually his true power, removing heat, which means it's ice time, baby. So he actually has this massive lance too, and he freezes like basically the entire area and stabs Arkue so that she kind of gets knocked out. So Shiki's like, oh no, I've got to do something. And he instinctively just kind of like jumps into the pit and begins like brawling with those zombies, helping Arkue up, and now he's confronting Vlov. Vlov. But yeah, it's really rough because it's really cold, and he's kind of lost his surprise trump card because he has to attack all these things on the way to getting to Vlov. So now he's kind of like, he's got a plan because Arkue gets back up again, tosses a giant rock, and he's like, I've got an idea. But yeah, I ended the episode at a really dick move area last time because it's at like the climax of the fight, but it was going on for really long, and I instead of splitting into two, I'd rather just continue on. But yes, we have another option. I was wondering, like, wait a second, if I go to the flowchart, right? I think I can't go down because it doesn't let me go even down, but if I chose the pull, which was the option I chose last time, it led to dead ending 6, I believe. And I was like, wait, where's 5? Taking flight is gonna be 5. All right, let's choose the bad ending again. Taking flight. Or I suppose it'd be more accurate to say falling down. But can I actually pull it off? The whole thing would be down to luck. I'm already aware that there's no way I'd come out of this venture unscathed. For one, the impact of the landing alone would break my bones and turn my muscles to pulp. Will you be able to bear such agony? No time, think, go do! I narrowly sliced through the projectiles as if I were cutting through my own hesitation. Those were a little too close for comfort, but I ought to thank him. That last shot has opened my eyes. I just need to take whatever pain that comes down my way. I've never been particularly susceptible to the sting of death to begin with. From now on, I'll tune every last thought to the prospect of killing. I have no doubt that Vlov is already doing the same. I turn around and run towards Arkue. What? Taking flight? Oh, no. Oh, okay, no. This is the thing I was thinking. No, wait, actually, I'm gonna go back. Go back. So, taking flight, I thought he meant he was gonna jump towards Vlov. But actually, oh, I went too far. But actually, the thing that, that's throwing is he's gonna throw his knife, and I think that's the wrong choice. When he said throwing, I thought he was gonna get Arkue to throw him, which is, yeah, not the right choice. This went back a little bit too far, so I'm just gonna load a save. I do want to get the bad ends, so throwing. I want to throw my knife. Throwing, or more accurately, turning me into. God damn it! No, okay, so I don't know which is which. I thought this would be the right answer, to turn himself into a human cannonball. Which one's the wrong answer? Why is it so hard to get the wrong answer? I'll try the other one first. Sorry, I hate to go back and forth so much, but I just need to know. All right, back to taking flight. Okay, but this is gonna be the same thing, right? Doing so depletes me of my last reserves of energy. I couldn't take one more step if I tried. My enemy is 50 meters away from me, but that's fine. Horizontal distance doesn't matter here.
Arkue, さっきのあれ、もう一回できるか?
あれって何?
I quickly explained my plan to her. It's a short explanation. She views me with total bewilderment, but something about my expression must have convinced her.
その規模でやると私の余力もなくなるわ。それでもいいのね。もう逃げることもできないわよ。
I nod, indicating that I've accepted the consequences. I don't have the energy to talk, and I'm honestly shocked that Arkwood was still considering the possibility of escape.
でもそれって四季は途中で落っこちない？私そのあたり加減できないよ。
I do think it's interesting that, like, even now, she doesn't have any lines of death perception, even though everything else around does.
そりゃ落ちるに決まってるだろ。だから。
Even though I was supposed to catch my breath, I can't help but yell before getting to my plan. Which is when... Uh-oh. There's no time to explain. Vlov has already sent another merciless storm of spears our way.
いいから全力で手を抜かずやってくれ。やりすぎてもいい。お前に殺されるならそれはそれで本望だ。
Damn, he's talking real fast. We don't have time to dance around the issue. If I take my eyes off Arkwood and focus on our enemy, behind me, Arkwood perks up in response to my order.
任せて。私が指揮を勝たせてあげる。
Look at this cool-ass CG! I crouch down in front of Arkwood. There, I press my knees and palms flat against the ground. An unseen arm runs beneath the surface. Arkwood unearths another slab of rock just like before. No, it's on a whole different scale this time. The entire terrain crumbles and shakes as she loosens a massive swath from the ground. Explosion of soil, a veritable upheaval of the ground. The terrain splinters into countless pieces. If Vlov's cold is a blizzard, and Arkwood's made a tsunami of earth. Even Vlov's deadly icicles are but droplets splashing against a tidal wave. Soon, 50-meter-high walls of earth will crash into him with the full force of 7,000 ton. Yet the knight doesn't flinch in the face of looming calamity. He pierces through the wave of gravel with the thrust of his steel lance. Between the falling debris, he must have noticed that Arkwood, having used the last of her strength to pry apart the bedrock, was now on her knees, and that the imminent threat was nowhere to be seen amongst the earth and sand. Staring down the towering wave, his instincts returned to him. To be precise, they had returned 2 minutes prior, when a lone human forced him to retreat. That which he had thought was forever lost to the cold was rekindled. He found himself regaining a semblance of his sanity. Oh shit, look at him now! This human has the means to kill me. I know not how, but only that he does. A lingering instinct of a man once whole. The intuition of a warrior honed and tempered during the dark ages suddenly broke free of the curse plaguing his body. The deep-seated pride of a knight, built up over a mere 2 decades, had won over the madness of a millennium. He understands all too well that this is nothing short of a miracle. But such things are fleeting. The illusion of the mind will end once he kills the human. It will regress to being a dream of the dead, never to see the light of day again. In the matter of moments, the human joy he finds in the thrill of the fight will be buried in a haze of frost. But that's why he intends to relish in the development. It seems like it's the right choice. The thing is, they both of them is exactly what I thought it was, having Arkwood launch him. But so far, maybe it's different angles, because like, this one, it seems like Arkwood's launching him up, while in the other one, maybe Arkwood's throwing him horizontally. He understands the enemy's intention. He'll mask his approach using the debris as cover. He's seen the human's weapon. He knows it can cut through things. Surely, the human will use a wall of dirt as a door, burst through it, and encroach on his territory. He readies his lance. The wall of dirt towers before him. Under normal circumstances, he would shatter the wall and conceal his foe with it. There's no need for him to adapt to the enemy's tactics. His preferred method of warfare has always been to offer no quarter and crush all resistance. But he's coming from above! He still has plenty of energy remaining. 10 people's worth of the finest blood. Oh, is that fire again? Yet the vampire remains obstinate.
それはできない。この魂を消費することだけは決して。
Oh, are these souls special? It is his warmth. In order to burn, he will preserve this blood for all eternity. He does not mean to make light of the human. He has already realized that the foe he faces is an outlier. He is more than aware that if the human gets too close, It'll be the end of him. The music's going way too in. This has to be one of the right choices. Yet there are things even he is unwilling to relinquish. Fully aware of his own heedlessness, he thrusts his lance forward using 50% of his remaining power. The giant wave of debris breaks apart immediately on impact, but that only takes care of the rocks in front. The blow ensures his immediate safety, and nothing more. He knows it would do little to his foe. He knows the enemy will come for him, no matter the cost. He will come. Unfortunately, there are limits to the human body. There's no way of passing through the rain of debris. Even with the true ancestor princess on his side, some things are impossible. When the earthen wave breaks and the downpour ends, so will the life of a human. As long as he can find the boy, an ambush is impossible. Vlov opens his eyes. They're equipped with to peer leagues into the distance. But he finds nothing. Not even a glimpse of the shadow creeping away. Could he have actually managed to kill him with that mighty blow? Nah, this foe would never die to something so simple. He chastises himself for thinking so highly of the enemy, yet a deathly cold chill runs down his spine. For a single second, he allowed his mind to drift from his foe. He knows that the enemy will come. Yet if he is nowhere to be found, the knight's premise must have been faulty from the start. From above! A path? The vampire looks up at the sky. There he finds his enemy illuminated under the moonlight. Oh! It's in his mouth! Oh, with the vines! That's actually super cool. The pale blue ghost, light of the mystic eyes of death perception, bear down upon him. That's actually really cool, the way they had that set up, but Arkwood's aim wasn't just to bury Vlov in debris. It was to lob this boulder into the air. The one I was strapped to, far out from the vampire's view, and more importantly, above the reach of his cold. 30 meters below me, the tidal wave of Earth is demolished by Vlov. What remains is just him, me, and the vast open air between us. I steel my nerves as I re-visualize the outcome. If I manage to do this, Shiki Tohno will lose both his legs. Even if I survive, I'll never walk again. The certainty crystallizes in my mind. But I don't let that bother me. If I can brace long enough to survive the next 2 seconds, then the result will be well worth it. Shit, man, it's going in. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too curious. I want to save here. I hate myself for doing this, but I want to see what happens if it's throwing. Because I'm really, really, really curious. I know I'm doing this like all wrong, and I should stick with the other one, but like, I'm really curious. The vampire may be on guard now, but I still remain an all too deadly weapon to him. That just leaves the question of how I'll launch myself in his direction. A question with a simple answer. If my legs won't carry me there, I'll just need to depend on some outside help. I quickly run for Arkwood. I hear the sharp noise of ice shattering behind me. It seems that the claws of wind she generates can pinpoint targets even from this far. Throw me! Grouping up together like this makes us easy game for Vlov. I'm well aware of this fact.
To
be precise, I want her to throw me with that. That chunk of rock that she threw earlier must have been nearly 3 meters across. If she could do the same with me on it, that would be way faster than I could run. It's like the same thing, right? It's the same thing, it's just in more detail. We actually get to hear the plan. Though Ark hesitated, this is our only option. I'll have her tie me to a piece of rubble big enough to hide behind, and then throw me towards Vlov. Of course, he'll strike down whatever is thrown his way, which is why Arkwood will hurl 3 boulders. It's the same thing, but just in more detail. The first one will fly straight for Vlov. The next will deliberately miss Vlov and aim for his rear. And then the last will target Vlov once more. Naturally, I'll be hiding behind the second, the one that'll skirt around him. Then, just before it hits the ground, I'll cut through the lines on the surface and appear behind Vlov in under 2 seconds flat. Ooh, this is...
本当にそれでいいの？
It's slightly different. The other one was from above, but this one is from behind.
タイミング逃したら衝突したよ。
逃したらな、うまくいけば無傷で殺せる唯一の手段だ。
It's very similar, but not exactly the same. The icicles only grow in number and ferocity. We don't have any more time to waste.
わかった。ブローブを狙いながら四季の乗った瓦礫だけ外すのね。
ああ、あいつの横を通り過ぎるくらい。
Yeah, the other one's definitely the right one, given how epic the scene was. I get behind Arkwood. There, I find a nice large piece of debris to hide behind. I press my hands and feet against the rock, as if I were doing push-ups. Green ivy forms from Arkwood's fingertips, tying me down against the stone. The vines wrap around my thighs, and soon both my legs and my left hand are pinned to the stone. The only limb with a measure of freedom is my right hand, which is holding the knife.
ブローブまで50メートル。さっきのがあんな。
Arkwood extends both hands, lifting both the regular rubble and the rock on behind into the air.
うん。4秒我慢して。
The stones flying through the air must weigh at least a ton. 3 more seconds. As if stubbornly defying all laws of the air resistance, the first piece soars directly for Vlov's head. Just before it can find its target, the rock is caught by Vlov's lance and splintered into pieces. But that's not to say it was completely ineffective. Some of the shattered fragments managed to hit Vlov's body. The damage they caused might not be significant, but it's enough to briefly draw his attention. Capitalizing on the moment, my rock sails past his right side. I dismantle the rock. It immediately becomes inert, ignoring the laws of momentum. Wow, really? That works that way? My limbs are free to move now. They find purchase on land, and I stick to the ground like a lizard does to a wall. In that instant, both my body and blood begin to freeze. I can see his back now. Just 4 meters. It'll be tight, but not impossible. Ah, this is wrong because he's... Attacking from behind is not going to protect him from the cold, but attacking from above might help him a little bit better. Vlov shatters Arkwood's 3rd boulder. 1 second down, 1 meter to go. There's 2 more steps and I'll be within stabbing range of the lines that will end his life. But... it's impossible for a human to take those final 2 steps. Oh, he had a defense mechanism. Oh. I can't scream, nor can I feel any pain. I'm frozen from head to toe. Did he realize I was coming, or was it simply out of reflex? Countless thorns spring up from around Vlov to intercept my advance. Ah, damn! I was so sure this was the right one, but... yeah. This is a safer option? Oh, right. This is safer because Shiki can still move afterwards. While the other one was like, yeah, I'm gonna be crippled after this, but I'll take you down. He sounds disappointed. Safe? Right, safe. I was too concerned over finding a way to stay alive. Arkwood was worried about my safety, and because of that, she threw my rock just a little bit slower than the other 2. Ah, I'm such an idiot. I really fucked up. You can't even call a surprise attack when it's so transparent. Oh! Luckily, I don't have to wait to bleed to death. Between Vlov's cowl of ice and my own bitter disappointment, my heart has already stopped beating. Ah, okay. Yeah. I was like, the other one's going really in. I hope it's like this pacing's okay, but I'm just really, really curious. And yeah, this answer. Oh, there we go. Dubious hint segment 5. I wanted to see this too. Teach me, Miss CL! What are you doing, Neko Arc?
どこにしまったかにゃ。必要なのは何だったかにゃ。いつかどこかでポチったんだけどにゃ。間違えて3つくらい同じの買ったんだけどにゃ。
What did you buy?
まあいいや。いらないものは全部バイ。にゃはは。捨てろ捨てろ。
No, you're throwing so many cats away. And food. No, Shiki,
ついで
no!
に主人公人形もパイ。ルフィ、決まってきた。
No, Shiki, no!
待って待って、それを捨てるな
No, Shiki Tohno!
あ、やべ。
Oh, oops. Oh, God. Oh.
まあ幸いぬいぐるみのようですので問題はないかと。
No, the real one's fucking dead too.
そうがにゃ、何やら運命を感じさせるシンクロニシティ。これはもしや主人公はかっこよく射出されて飛び散るという暗示なのでは？まさか、いくら遠野くんでもそんな無謀な作戦は。
CL, we've met for like 2 days. You don't know me that well.
作戦は立ててますね。大胆というか命知らずというか。なっちまえばいいんだよ、ミサイルに。
The murder missile.
その息は良かったんだけどにゃ。
Damn, I thought I was onto something.
縦軸と横軸の問題をクリアできなかったのが敗因ですかな。
You couldn't overcome the X and Y axis issues? Like, I thought she was just gonna throw Shiki, and he wasn't gonna touch the ground. It was gonna be like a flyby slice. And even if Vlov used the I keep saying Vlov, but Vlov used the spear, I thought he was gonna cut the spear. But nah. I was too small brain for this.
ここの3択は全て無理めなプランですから、難易度自体はどれも大差ないかもですね。
Take flight. Huh.
すぐに直前の選択肢に戻って、もう一度これはと思う手段をお選びください。
Jump. Emphasis on jump. I feel like
グ
these.
ローブ戦もいよいよクライマックス。戦いは常に頭上を取るものですよ、遠野くん。
There we go. Always aim to get that high ground, Tohno. I don't know if it was the translation. It probably wasn't the translation, because if I would imagine take flight was probably like Tobu, or and the other one to throw was probably the one for throwing. I don't know what it sounds like. Yeah. If I were to hazard a guess, it was not a translation issue, but I think it was just an understanding issue. I didn't really know. I thought take flight and to throw were roughly the same, but I don't know. Well, let's head back into the real true route. Shiki's in the air. It took him only a second to find me. While I admire his speed, it'll be 1 second too late.
あれ？でもそれって四季は途中で落っこちない？
My legs!
私そのあたり加減できないよ。
It hurts!
そりゃ落ちるに決まってるだろ。だからお前が俺に道を作ってくれ。
You're not sure. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if she didn't throw that many rocks. She threw maybe she threw more in this one. I don't know. The floating rocks fall into place like a puzzle piece. That is really freaking cool though. A hastily constructed slide connected by ivy. We sit on the same coordinates with only the air between us. Yeah, the music's going in. Here we go. I do want to see the flow chart now. Yeah, they all just show him, but only one of them reaches the actual current scene. Yeah, cool. I calculated my chance of survival. Like, the thing is, I never would have thought, oh, I'll just make a path of the rocks. That was not one of the things I was thinking when making that choice. Before I get started, I confirm my target. My route is plotted. The one-way path, 30 meters in 2 seconds. 15 meters. Oh, that's really freaking fast. It's showtime. Oh, he cut the vine. Go, go, go! My descent begins. I plunge down the slide into the maw of death. I've given up on reacting. I can only make my decision 1 at a time, 1 second at a time. During the 2 seconds leading up to my touchdown, I focus on 2 factors. Every decision I make could be to end in my death. When faced with such a scenario, I must concentrate on where my chances of dying are particularly high. I visualize every point that could lead to certain death. Only two such exist. Elsewhere, my chances of survival lie around 10%. I don't need to worry about those. 10% is more than enough. The problem lies with the one where I have a 0% chance. A scenario where I will die no matter how deftly I perform, no matter how careful I am. Which is why I must do whatever I can to raise those odds from 0 to 1%. I need to sharpen my senses if I'm to overcome these two obstacles of death. I don't have the luxury to allocate them elsewhere. As I drop down, I no longer have the capacity to plan ahead for anything else either. What if I'm wrong and there are more than 2 points of certain death? I can't even fathom it. If there are, then it's already over for me. I don't have the strength to avoid 3 of them. That would just mean that his power exceeds my wildest expectations. Icicle appears from the airs behind him and shoots forth at me, as if to smother their prey. They close in like oh my god, oh man, I'm messing up. They close in like the jaws of a beast. It's terrifying, but I'm beyond caring now. I don't care anymore. Dodging is no longer an option. The fear amounts to nothing more than a base animal instinct. I had seen this coming from a mile away. It's a thing I feared would kill me. Lance time! 10 meters. I passed through the first obstacle. Every last one of my nerves is on fire. My muscles are tuned to perfection. I rapidly twist and turn my torso. Even though it should have been impossible for me to change the trajectory of my descent, I managed to somehow do it after calculating the angle of his weapon. Oh, the metallic object narrowly skims the air beside me. Oh, that was a super close dodge, and he's about to go in for the parry. My 0% gamble pays off, and I managed to avert certain death. Only 1 second before I land. It's my victory. He's out of moves. Both obstacles are determined in the span of a second each. Now I have to kill him before my insides are pulverized by the impact of the fall. I don't care what will happen to me afterwards. In this moment, all my focus is on piercing his lines. But if he were to have one more move up his sleeve, something outside of my prediction. Uh-oh. No, there's no time to think. No time to avoid it. Even if I could change my trajectory at this juncture, I wouldn't have wasted my time on it. This is the thing that got him last time. I wonder how he's gonna avoid it. The time for thinking is over. If I'm going to die, that was decided the second I started my descent. This is fine. If my brain is to be skewered by ice here, I doubt I'd even register. Arcwid! What? Wait. I saw something red. The second obstacle. The negative 100% degree temperature that defies the law of nature and stops the human body in its tracks. My impulse to brace for a landing, and even my concerns for sanctity of life. Wait, actually, no, I gotta go back 1 screen. 2 screens. I need to see what that was. Okay, it should be around here. Okay, skewered. I know what that is! I know what that is! The second obstacle. The negative 100%, okay. My impulse to brace for a landing, and even my concerns for the sanctity of life, are left behind in the skies above. I know what that is! Kinetic energy courses through my thighs from my hip up to my back, and from there into my right hand as I swing the knife down. Now that the motion has been set into action, there's no way of stopping it. It's a killing machine fueled by inertia. All my brain needs is to locate the lines. Go! Finally, you can reach him! The one spot. It's no longer a line, it's a circle of depth perception. At the center of it all, I see a light. A vortex of swirling atoms, a certainty of life's eventual end. A place of pure death that pulls everything inside like a black hole. My brain may have cast out all rational thought, but still comprehends what it's seeing through sheer instinct. If the lines were what's bringing death to life, then this core brings death to the origin of its existence. The end of the universe, where any creature, be they monster or immortal, can be killed with a simple stab. I can't say I care much for the sudden revelation. My entire body trembles with emotion that run much deeper. Having used his lance already, Love unsheathes his machete. Realizing my aim, the vampire readies for another counterattack. I think he's too late. is his final move in the game against an underhanded opponent like myself. This man is the real deal, a shining example of his kind. I don't know or care what the bar is set for vampires, but he's a killer through and through. I can't help but despise him. When he was sane, before he was a vampire, I'm sure he was a knight worthy of envy. Even if not a shadow of that man remains. We got him, boys, but he will never get the chance to bring his blade against me. I turn, dodge, and then twist. Ooh. That is cool. My eyes trace the core. Oh man, look at that. That is cool. Damn. Oh man, I want to talk about that thing, but that's a spoiler. In an instant, the surrounding temperature returns to normal. The cold wave disappears along its master's life core, but the man still remains upright at the center of it all. Damn, okay, so I wasn't sure if he was going to have a chance to respond because he's, for lack of better words, you were already dead. I thought he wouldn't be able to have the chance because he's already dead because his core was hit, but I guess he gets to have a few final words. Dazed, the vampire speaks to himself. I don't know what he's saying. I don't even know the language he speaks. But his tone is gentle, like that of a poet extolling spring. Oh yeah, you are already dead. Damn. And just like that, he gets burned into ashes like the other humans he have killed. And Shiki's just there. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. My body drops backwards into the ground. But my heart and lung cry for joy as finally, at long last, I begin breathing normally once again. I can't move either arm. I can't even tell whether I'm still holding my knife. Judging from the picture, no. You are no longer holding your knife. All I can be sure of is that the throbbing in my body and rapidly fading consciousness. It's a blessing in disguise. My pain is overtaken by numbness. It feels like the bones in my left leg, which I landed on while falling, were carved with a saw. Normally the pain would have had me seeing stars, but right now, I can't feel a thing. The miserable words pass my lips, even though I will them not. Wait, give me a second. The miserable words pass my lips, even though I will them not to. I don't know what they're trying to say, but that's a typo right there, I think. Oh no. Sorry, I will them not to. Sorry. I got the wrong version of will. No, that is not a typo. The miserable words pass through my lips, even though I will them not to. I don't get any joy from having survived. I don't even feel pride in having done some great feat. It wasn't a miracle. It was nothing. After all was said and done, I just charged at him with every emotion I possess. The solitary moon sits high in this night sky. How odd. It feels familiar somehow, like I saw something just like it in a dream once.
大丈夫, Shiki?
Yo, good job, bro. GG, right? Arkwitch strolls over as if nothing had happened. I think. I can't feel anything. Am I just ahead now, or I can still speak, so I at least have my upper torso, right? I feel more dead than alive, though. Even talking hurts like hell. I don't know if it's still there, but like, can you get my glasses? I already have a headache in addition to all these physical wounds. But you're not gonna hear me make petty complaints while I'm still alive.
もうそんな謙遜しちゃって。
No need to be so modest. Oh, look at this. He definitely looks dead here.
新参とはいえ、シキはその一人を殺したのよ。
It's not my first time, you know?
もっと胸を張ってもいいのに。
Arkwid seems to be happy on my behalf. What boasting about it? Heal my broken bones? Even I know that killing Vlov was a significant accomplishment. And yet... It's not like I actually did anything. Oh yeah, you did! His ice had already decimated the city. The body count will likely eclipse the massacre at the hotel by hundreds, if not thousands. This is all my fault. I'll let it happen again. What? No, you prevented it.
死んでないよ。ブローブの呪いなら全部私が防いでおいたんだし。
Bullshit. We saw them turn into zombies. No one died?
どういうことだそれって。
I tried to fling my body upright, but my left leg screams from the motion. I find myself still on the ground, wincing in pain.
ほらほら、ちゃんと横になってないと。
それより今の説明してくれ。死んでないって本当に。
ええ、ブローブの原理が暴走した時、できる範囲を対流膜でコーティングしておいたの。シキがブローブを殺すのがあとちょっと遅かったらフォローできなかっただろうけど。
What the fuck does that mean? A convective coating? What? We literally saw people get burned and killed and mauled. What do you mean no one died? Arkwid casually admits to having done something insanely overpowered. My mind flashes back to the... Oh. She's saying that no one died from the ice. Specifically, the ice, I think. Because this is when she blocked the... I think this is when... No. This is when she blocked the... I think this is when she... No, I actually don't remember when this is. I do remember her doing this. She's in her fire dress, so... I don't remember. My mind flashes back to the fight. Arkwid had paused abruptly just before she was hit by his lance. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. Does that mean she didn't do that to protect herself, but to protect the entire city? Come to think of it, it's kind of strange that I survived the initial blast of ice at all. Yet I was able to keep breathing even in those Arctic conditions. Arkwid must have ensured the rest of the town was able to do the same. And because of it, that happened. This entire time, I was only thinking about myself. Meanwhile, she was selflessly protecting the city, even when she knew it would leave her at a disadvantage. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, so it's specifically the ice.
なんでそんなことを。お前、人間なんかどうでもいいって言ってたじゃないか。
A strange wave of anger washes over me as I shout at the space case. Space case? This nut job standing next to me. Arkwid raises her brow curiously.
だってシキがそうしてほしいって言ったんだもん。
Oh man. He's only known her for like 2 days, but like, oh, they gotten so close. Look at that smile. I said something that idiotic? Yeah, at the hotel. Seriously? When? Where? Don't tell me she did it because...
なんか、お前は別。だって血を吸ったことないんだろ。
Oh
ならいい。
man.
吸血鬼だろうとなんだろうと、俺たちに手を出さないでいてくれるなら、それでいいんだ。
He's only known her for basically like 2 days, but I could kind of ship it hard. Because like we also had that moment in her apartment where she's like, I could just use my eyes to charm you, but I don't want to do it because you're you and I don't want to rob you away from you. And now like he's like, I kind of like you because you're not like your average vampire, not because you're an ancestor, but because you're cool. you don't hurt humans, and I really like that about you. And I can't believe it. As long as you don't lay a hand on humans. She followed that? Even though she might have lost her life in the process if anything had gone wrong? I laugh at the bizarre reality of it all. If anything, I'm more dumbfounded than ever. But more than that, I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful. I close my eyes. If what she says is true, then I suppose it's fine for me to rest now. My chest, which had been filled with nothing but regret, is now overcome with relief. Take the W. My consciousness starts to fade away. I forget all about the pain in my leg as I slip into the deep, dreamless slumber. At least, I try to. Oh! Dude, please. Oh, she's like, no sleeping in the Arctic. You fucking die that way. But Arcwood hits me over the head with a loud thwack, forcefully pulling my awareness back into the land of the living.
何のつもりだ。
Hey, you did this before when you were hit by the fire and then you got KO'd and I thought you died, but you were actually just sleeping.
ダメ。そんな傷で眠っちゃったら起きてから余計苦しいでしょ。眠るのは傷を塞いでから。その方が効率的よ。
Okay, but how am I gonna do that? When you tried to use first aid, you used freaking duct tape. She's right about that. But who was the one who told her that in the first place?
ダルクエイド、本気で忠告していいか。
何？
Can you come closer? Come closer. Yeah, yeah. Oh!
あのな、あんまり無茶言うな。このバカ女。
I like Shiki when he's in front of Arcwood because he's just no filter. He's like, oh man, he's freaking dumb. Okay, back to sleep. This is the end. With that, I burned through my very last reserves of strength. Are we gonna go to the next day? No, not yet. My consciousness is already in a distant place. I can hear Arcwood making some big fuss at the back of my mind, but I no longer have the energy to open my eyes.
ちょっと四季、本当に眠っちゃうの？
Yeah, because I'm tired. Tired enough to drop dead right on this spot. I'll wake up again tomorrow. I promise.
本当に本当？それきっと痛いよ。治さなくていいの？起きたら間違いなく失神するよ。
You're so loud. I'm gonna sleep, so you can do whatever you want.
そういうことなら早く言ってくれればよかったのに。
She can hear that? She can read my mind? She sounds bright and cheery. Her tender fingertips feel cool against my already ice-cold skin. It's nice, soothing. Delight replaces the fatigue inside me.
戦利品？っていうか、その死骸？
Oh, she's looting the body.
まあい
Loot
っか。
that body.
ちょうどどこに捨てようか困ってたものがあったんだ。
Is she gonna shove that in Shiki? Are the spoil of war is gonna go to Shiki? Is he gonna become an ancestor? Ooh! What was that squelching noise?
何今の感触。なんか塗ったのか今。
Oh, the ancestor's husk. What the frick is that?
うわ、いたたた。痛覚戻ってきてる。めっちゃ痛い。いや、かゆい。つうか怖い。お前一体。
Just as I'm about to lay into her, I'm suddenly hit with a tremendous sense of emptiness. Perhaps my shouting burned through the last supply of the fuel. This time, I know I'll fall into an uncontestable slumber.
大丈夫。悪いものじゃないわ。そげた肉の分だけならこれで塞がるわ。
Just shoving all of like the vlov meat that's left into Shiki to her. It's like, if you lost like your abdomen, I could just shove more meat into that area and it'll heal, right?
でも、骨ばっかりはちょっと無理かな。後でちゃんと人間の医者にかかりなさい。
Deal with one of your human doctors. I don't get this. Her cold fingertips part from my skin.
眠っちゃった？シキ。
Yeah, I am. It's been a while since I slept so soundly, without a whiff of fear. Yeah, you know.
しょうがないな。シキの家って坂の上の屋敷でしょ？
Oh god. She's going to the Tohno mansion. But yeah, for the past few days, he's been so fearful of A, when he first saw Vlov, B, when he first cut, Arcwood into like a billion bits, 17 parts, and he thought it was just a dream. And the next day, he got attacked by Vlov.
なんとか送り届けてあげる。
In my sleep, I only see the white moon.
お疲れ様シキ。それとありがとう。今夜はあなたのおかげで助かっちゃった。
Her words of gratitude float about weightlessly. I can't hear her voice anymore. Finally, without anything else to intervene, I fall into deepest of sleeps. That was really good. I was hoping they'd address one other thing that I'm pretty sure happened. Like, pretty sure. A few hours after the blaze outside the station. If they don't show anything within this day, I'm gonna explain what I saw. While the fire raged, firefighters on the scene reported that it would take 2 full days to put it out However, around midnight, the fire died down and was fully extinguished soon after. An officer dispatched to the location said it was as if a living creature had decided to up and leave. Not, the creature freaking died.
国道305までの交通規制は明朝5時までに解除。
Who are you? Are you a new character? I genuinely don't know.
高速道路は先ほど規制を解除したとのことです。こちらも現場に残っていた使途の痕跡処理を完了しました。警視庁に向かわれますか、マリオ様。
Mario? It's me.
行きたかねえが仕方ねえ。この規模の騒ぎはうちでもそうはねえからな。
Oh, hold up a second. Mario? I've heard that name before. You know, aside from Super Mario Brothers. I think he's a character in Type Lumina. Yeah, I think so. Once again, I don't know anything about him, but that means he's at least capable of fighting. So, is he an executor?
GG の名前だけじゃ収まりはつかねえだろう。俺も出向いて、誠意ってもう見せないとな。
Ah, it's the Chach.
では、私も同行いたします。現場の指揮は例の代行者に委任しますか？
ああ、なぜか潜入捜査してたあいつら。
Undercover. Like Noel.
ツーマンセルなんだよな。下っ端の方は俺のホテルに呼びつけて待機させとけ。使い道があれば使う。
There are two of them. Okay. So it's Noel and another person. I would have thought it was Noel and Mario, but yeah.
あっちの方はできるだけ早く本国に帰らせろ。セオナトールをつっつけばすぐに動く。
Seonator. I don't know who's from the Barrel Agency. I don't know what the Barrel Agency is.
かしこまりました。ノイ司祭にラウレンティス様の名義で抗議文をお送りします。
ああ、ここでの仕事は大体終わった。現場の後処理は誰にやらせてもいいんだが。おい、安藤！
お呼びですか、坊ちゃん。
Who are you? Ando, okay.
いやー、着任早々ついてないっすね。こんなんガス爆発でごまかすとか。
Ah, damn it.
組織に声明でも出してもらえます？
It's always freaking gas explosions, but this time it got frozen over. I don't know what to do with it. This terrorist group want to take
そっち
credit.
はいらねえ。対外的な処理はここの持ち主に押し付ける。叩けば埃が出そうだからな。
Ah, not my shit anymore. I don't want to deal with this.
俺たちの仕事はここにあるとまずいものの回収だ。使途の痕跡はあらかた拭ったが、被害者の処理にまだ不満がある。お前やっとけ。
So by human remains, do you mean the human dead bodies, or do you mean the humans that have remained? Like the person who went on the news saying, "Oh my God, the zombie bit my arm and burned my friend alive," or like Shiki, you know?
了解。
Gotcha.
待って待って。坊ちゃんがいつも連れてる大部隊、まだ入国してませんよね。もしかして俺だけで遺体を全部チェックして、噛まれたかもしれないなりかけを見つけ出せと。
That's so much work. It's overtime. You better be paying me double.
見つけ出すだけじゃねえぞ。生きているなら教会に送れ。死んでいるならもう一度殺してやれ。
We don't want no zombies.
そういうドブさらいが嫌になったから坊ちゃんに雇ってもらったんですけどね。
急げ。遺体の安置所には人払いをさせておく。貴様なら夜明けまでに済むはずだ。
See, this started at 10 p.m. Honestly, like Shiki arriving at the scene was like 3 minutes, I believe. So, yeah, it should actually be like maybe like 10:15 or something at this point. Is it? I think that all that took place in like 15 minutes or something.
ま、動かない標的に引き金を引くだけのお仕事ですし、精神的な負担を無視すればの話ですけど。
Yeah. Damn, this job don't pay
車を
enough.
回せカリウス。お役所回りを始めるぞ。
Harius,
はい
okay.
すぐに。その他手配は必要ですか？この規模の汚染であれば応援の要請もすぐに。
その必要はねえ。つうか絶対知らせるな。この件はここだけで片付ける。しばらくは情報収集だ。これでも正義の味方だからな。
正義の味方。
いたずらに犠牲は増やせない。 誰が敵で誰が邪魔者かきっちり当たりをつけなくちゃな。
I hope the church is logical about this and isn't gonna lynch Arkwood just for being a vampire, because clearly, I mean, if she's telling the truth, which I believe she is, she hasn't harmed any humans, although she doesn't really care for them that much, and she's actively assisted in taking care of other dead apostles. So technically Arkwood would be very beneficial for them. I hope they don't just go like, ah, vampire, kill, 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 blasphemous. Ah, I see. Okay, okay. I believe now we're going to head to the next day. That was kind of like a little ender before the day ends, I believe. Yep. All right. Well, I'm just gonna go to the next day for a little bit first. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm exposing when I'm playing this. Yes, I'm playing this all in one day, but it actually tells you what route you're on. Current route, Arkwood. Oh, oh shit! That's actually super cool. So apparently day 6 or day 5 is when you make your choice, and it gets confirmed. That's so cool. But yeah, I'm like playing this like 2 weeks ahead. Okay, we're on day 6, Scars of Azure. Okay, so before I actually hop into the day, there is something I want to say, which is kind of explained a little bit, but not exactly on who. So when Shiki got attacked by those icicles coming from the ground, we saw something fly by and like break those icicles. That was an executor sword, or executor, I don't know how you pronounce it. So that means someone from the church actually witnessed the fight and was actively helping out. And I have an idea of who it is, but I'm not gonna say anything because of spoilers. But like when I noticed it, I was like, oh shit, they're here. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Soft rays of sunlight stir me from my sleep. My eyes are closed, but I sense the serenity surrounding me through my skin. The air is cool, but gentle. Damn, he managed to recover from that, I guess. Feels like it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. Time for me to wake up and actually act like a student. I'd all but forgotten about school, with everything that happened these past 2 days. Well, okay, Arkwood managed to bring him back home in one piece. Unlike this room. I open my eyes. I find myself in bed, my glasses neatly placed next to my pillow. By force of habit, I put my glasses on before looking around. The sunlight streaming in through the window is so vivid, I can almost hear the rays sparkle. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with fresh air. That's right, it's Sunday, no school today. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm glad they addressed that. That being said, I don't know if this is a new school schedule where they had to go to school on Saturdays or not. I know he missed Saturday because that was when the fight happened, but I don't know if school was available that day because he never attempted to go to school. But yeah, at least I was counting the days thinking like, damn, when he keeps going to school, is he ever gonna get a weekend? But here's the weekend. I hear the hands of a clock ticking, offering a rhythm to the chirpings of the bird outside. I'm back. I don't think I've ever felt more grateful to be met with such an ordinary morning.
よかった。
I am curious about the talk with Akiha because A, we've been gone for 2 days at least, and B, we haven't gone to school, so she hasn't been. If she's been notified, it's about our absence, and C, we were brought back with a whole bunch of injuries, and D, we were brought back by a vampire. So like, did she just leave us at the doorstep and like sounded the alarm, or did she actually, or by she I mean Arkwood, or did Arkwood actually like talk with like Hisui or Akiha or Kohaku or even like that Saito guy? I forgot his name. I'm not just grateful to have survived that night or to have disposed of that vampire. After that gruesome experience, I'm just happy to be able to wake to something that resembles normality. This morning feels like happiness itself. For an insignificant human like me, there's no greater reward than...
おはようございます。
Jesus!
四季様。
Hello? The sudden greeting startles me into an upright position, and when I do that, everything in my body hurts. I look over to find Hisui standing at attention in front of the door.
翡翠。
申し訳ありません。シキ様がなかなかお気づきになられませんので。
いや、こっちこそ。
My bad. That caught me off guard. My heart is pounding like crazy.
あれ、まだ7時前だけど。
はい。シキ様のお目覚めには少しばかり早い時間です。
だよね。じゃあ翡翠は何をしに来たんだ？
シキ様を起こしに参りました。秋葉様からここ2日間の事情を説明してもらいますので、テコを使ってでも連れてくるように
By force if
ことづかってお
necessary.
ります。
Oh boy. Akiha, these past 2 days. Explanation. Though I hear those words, it's as if they've lost all meaning. I spend about 10 seconds pondering them, resisting the temptation to abandon rational thought entirely. No matter how hard I try to think of one, I simply have no excuse for the past 2 days. I skipped school, I broke curfew, I basically went AWOL on Akiha. She was already pretty mad when I didn't make it back before dark, so I dread to imagine the fury I'll face this time.
さ、翡翠、控えめに言って、秋葉のやつ、怒ってる。
The answer is yes, Shiki. The answer is yes.
さあ、どうでしょうか。
Crap.
それはシキ様が直にお確かめください。
Double crap. Hisui sounds coldly unconcerned with my plight. If I had known things would turn out like this, I'd have done everything to get back, even if it meant crawling back. Wait, crawling back?
いや、ちょっと待った。それ以前に、なんで部屋で眠ってるんだ？
シキ様は昨夜の午前2時過ぎにお帰りになられました。玄関口で眠っていたのを姉さんが気づいて、お部屋にお連れしたとのことです。
She just left us there. I stare at her, slack-jawed, staying out late without a word, falling asleep on the doorstep. I sound like some stereotypical drunk who missed the last train.
あいつ、人を猫か何かと一緒にしやがって。
My thoughts go back to Arcoid. Though I guess I should be thankful she at least carried me to the front door. Either way, I have a better grasp of the situation now.
すぐに行くから、秋葉にはできるだけ落ち着くように言っておいてくれると嬉しいんだけど。
申し訳ありません。それは諸事情によりお断りいたします。
I'll have to refuse in light of this. Yeah. I don't. This will be my last greeting to you because I don't know if you'll live after this. Your answer is simple and to the point. My standing in the Tohno household must have hit rock bottom. Akiha is the head of the family, so it comes to zero surprise that I've got no allies. At any rate, I should get up. I won't get anything done by staying in bed. Ow! The second I stand up, my legs feel like they might explode. Of course, if there's anything I should be surprised about, it's the fact that I lived to see another morning. It's a wonder I survived, considering all the reckless stuff I did. He said that he was expecting his legs, at the very minimum, to be like destroyed.
シキ様、いかがなされましたか？汗がすごく。
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just thinking of excuses for Akiha. I'm really scared, man. It's true. My forehead is drenched in sweat. It only took one step for my body to become feverish with pain.
お体の調子が優れないのでしたら、もうしばらくお休みになられた方がよろしいのではないでしょうか。
You could have Akiha come into the room.
先ほどはああ申しましたが。
いや、大丈夫。ただの捻挫だ。すぐに収まるよ。
I also twisted every part of my body.
それより、秋葉の方が怖い。
More scared.
先延ばしにしたら余計に怒られそうだ。
I can tell from her eyes that Hisui doesn't believe me. Her position prevents her from calling out my obvious lie. I feel bad, but she'll just have to accept it for now.
着替えたらロビーに行くよ。すぐに済ませるから、廊下で待っていてくれ。
かしこまりました。どうかご無理はなさいませんよ。
Alright, she's gone. Well, I would jump out the window, but peculiarly if I do, I will die because every part of my body is already in shambles. Moving as little as possible, I change out of my pajamas. What a way to start my first day off at the mansion in 7 years. First weekend. I find Hisui waiting for me in the hall. The wound on my left leg makes me want to scream with every step. The rest of my body feels heavy too, but that's just due to muscle soreness. Nothing too severe. Did he get an icicle stabbed in his abdomen? I think so. I mean, I think... Oh, no, wait. Arcade was able to somehow heal some of the wounds that were non-bone related, I think? Yeah. Only checked by running my finger across my skin, but it seemed that all the cuts that I got when Vlov's ice slashed my face and shoulders have healed as well. How? Oh, okay, there we go. It's clearly Arcade's work, given how I can't find the slightest trace that the wounds were there. She did say that she was going to heal me up.
シキ様、差し出がましいこととは存じますが、こちらをお使いください。
Isui timidly hands me a long, slim rod. Here's a cane, you might need it. It's a walking stick. No, a cane.
よくあったね、こんなの。
はい。以前、用具室で見た覚えがありましたので、一縷の望みをかけて探してまいりました。
She probably went to grab this when we told her to leave so we can change our clothes. I almost laughed at her earnestness until I realized her breathing is slightly elevated. She must have run. Yeah, there we go. She must have run there and back for me in the short time I was changing.
ありがとう。正直、歩くたびにかかとから飛び上がりそうだったんだ。すごく助かる。
はい。お役に立てたのなら幸いです。
Grasping the cane, I shift the weight being supported by my left leg to my arm. I should have no problem walking now. I thank Hisui again for her thoughtfulness, and together we make our way to the lobby. Oh god, how's this gonna turn out? Oh god. I'm scared. It doesn't take long to arrive. I leave the cane next to the door. On the other side of this door is the head of the Tohno household, my younger sister by 1 year. She's waiting to hear her pitiful brother's equally pitiful excuses. I can't even imagine what terrible fate awaits me within. But now isn't the time to be whining. I brought this on myself, regardless of the circumstances. I skipped a day of school and didn't come home for 2 whole days. It's only natural that Akiha would want an explanation. I wonder if he's gonna tell the truth. It's gonna be hard to. So I am not, unlike the battle ones, I'm not gonna redo this choice because I'm just gonna go with the flow. And maybe we'll revisit these choices eventually. But I'm really curious. I want to tell her the truth. I should just tell her the truth. I don't want to lie to Akiha, and some half-hearted attempt to dodge the question isn't going to work on her anyway. If I speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth, down to the tiniest detail, I'm sure Akiha will understand. The way he's saying it makes it seem like, yeah, this is not going to work. I may be desperate, but I'm not crazy.
よし、行くぞ。
I killed someone and sliced him into 17 pieces. That's where we're starting, dude? What the fuck? If I'm gonna survive this, I'll have to be brave. I breathe deep and open the door to the parlor. I think he's gonna end up not doing it because maybe someone else will be in the room.
おはようございます、兄さん。
Oh god, it sounds so cold. Nissan.
不思議と、ずいぶん久しぶりな気が。
Oh, she's gonna change her mind once she sees how injured he is.
おはよう、アキハ。
I sit down across from Akiha and counter her angry stare with a smile so bright you need SPF 50 to block it. Wow, that's a way to phrase it. My heel is still hurting, something fierce, but I grin my way through.
部屋では言いそびれちゃったけど、翡翠もおはよう。さっきはありがとう。これからも頼りにするよ。
She's like, what the heck? I express my gratitude to Hisui, who's standing against the wall. I didn't realize my decision to be honest would also make me this genial with my morning greetings. I'll have to remember that.
ずいぶんとご機嫌のようですね。
Even though you're about to get roasted by me.
てっきり、ここ数日の素行の悪さを反省し、萎縮していらっしゃると思ったのですが。
もちろん反省はしている。自覚があるからね。
Yeah, I did kill someone.
けどそれと上機嫌なのは別の話。単に朝からアキハの顔を見られて嬉しいだけだよ。
I haven't seen you in like so long, like 5 episodes or something. She's gonna get flustered. She looks like she's seen some shit. Like what? What is this response? Akiha is as still as a statue. Crap. Did I make her angry? I guess if there, I guess there's such a thing as being too honest. I'll have to remember that too.
アキハ様。なんでもないわ、翡翠。
that was really random.
ですが今のはいい声かけでした。
Akiha coughs slightly and manages to regain her usual demeanor.
兄さん、言っておきますが、そんな気持ちのこもった言葉ではごまかされません。
こもってるんだ。
こもっていない言葉ではごまかされません。私が聞きたいのは、ここ2日間どこで何をなさっていたのかという報告です。
それなんだけど、アキハ。
ええ、どんな言い訳をしてくださるのかしら。
I'll tell the truth, nothing but the truth, and only the truth.
話すと長いから簡潔に説明する。俺はこの2日間、吸血鬼を退治していたんだ。宗谷で連続殺人が起きているのは知ってるだろう。その犯人が吸血鬼だったんだけど、偶然知り合ったいい吸血鬼に助けられてさ。
That is quite the TLDR.
そのままなし崩しでそいつに協力して、悪い吸血鬼と戦ったんだよ。
Akiha is perfectly frozen in place. An understandable reaction. I can already imagine how this will go a few seconds from now.
バカにしてるんですか、兄さんは。
Baka! I can already hear her yelling at me. But how else can I describe what's been happening? Though it's unfortunate, I can't expect her to swallow such a wild story. I'm sure she'll accuse me of making up ridiculous excuses. Is she not gonna say something? She certainly looks angry enough, so what's with the silence?
もしもし、アキハ。
Hello, you still there? I mean, you're just still frozen. Is it from what I said before about how happy I am to see you?
兄さん、今のは、たちの悪い冗談ですか？
Akiha's cold, silent gaze pierces right through me.
いや、冗談じゃなくて。
冗談でしょ？
まあ、そう取られても仕方がないけど。
It's hard to stay firm when she's this insistent.
結構です。ですが、今後は冗談だとしても、そのような妄言は口にしないでください。
Well, I mean, it was the truth.
どこに親族の聞き耳があるとも限りません。当の四季は、遠野家の長男にはふさわしくないという風説なんて、私は聞きたくありませんので。
Though Akiha is definitely angry, she doesn't seem to have lost faith in me. Her gaze may be cold as ice, but she's actually being considerate of my position. I'm pretty sure she's genuinely concerned, in her own rigid way.
ごめん。今のは忘れてくれ。俺も悪ふざけが過ぎた。
いいでしょう。この件に関して、これ以上の追及はいたしません。
That is to be expected, but I was hoping for something more.
連絡をいただけなかった点については、私にも落ち度がありますから。
落ち度なんて、そんなのアキハにないだろ。
It's because I took your phone. Yeah, I definitely do not have my phone.
携帯電話を取り上げたのは私です。あれがあれば、ズボラな兄さんでも連絡ぐらいはしたのではありませんか？
Looks like she doesn't know that my phone was secretly returned to me quite some time ago.
ですが、それも今回だけです。今後はこのようなことは控えてください。兄さんは遠野家の唯一の男性なんですから、もう少しご自分の立場を理解していただかないと困ります。
Wow, we're getting off of this, relatively, well?
良くない外文が広まってしまったら、遠野家の今後の人付き合いにも影響がありますし。
Our standing. Does she mean between me and other dignified families?
いやー、それこそ問題ないだろう。俺が何しようと興味も持たないって、あっちの方々は。だいたい、遠野の跡取りは秋葉なんだから、家のことを思うなら、俺をよそに出すなり、遠野の家にふさわしい婿養子でも見つければいいのに。
I'm met with silence once more. I wonder what might have caused it this time.
どうした？気分でも悪いのか？
結構です。私を気遣う余裕があるのでしたら、ご自分の体調を気にしてください。慢性的な貧血持ちなんですから、兄さんは。
She's right. I do collapse frequently due to my anemia and some other vampire stuff.
ともかくあまりお一人で屋敷を出ないでください。そうでなくとも近頃の町は物騒なんです。兄さんみたいにぼーっとしている人は通り魔に襲ってくださいと言っているようなものなんですから。
それなら大丈夫。あんな事件二度と起きないよ。
I told you it was a vampire and I killed it. Our town has been beset by a serial killer. Called a modern-day vampire in the news, the killer lurked in the darkness, striking terror in the hearts of men. No suspects have been found. But all of that is in the past now.
吸血鬼はいないってことだよ。その犯人はもう捕まったんだ。
そうなんですか。それは良い知らせですが。兄さん、よくそんなことを知っていますね。
I told you earlier.
ああ、たまたま逮捕現場に
Oh, whoops. Saying those words make me smile wryly. Yeah, they caught him at the scene of the crime. Yeah. It's technically the truth, one born of an incredible series of coincidences. So much happened during those 2 days I spent with Arcuid. Thinking back on it, it still feels like a dream. But at any rate, the monster that made its nest in the town is gone. I can't deny being somewhat proud of my involvement.
兄さん、どうしたんです？急に嬉しそうな顔をして。
I mean, I feel like in his attempt to explain it, you know, give the short story, he made it sound so like fantastical that no one would really believe it. But if he went step by step and showed proof in how he's able to do all these things, such as, you know, the mystic eyes of death perception, then, you know, it would be good evidence and they'd probably be more likely to listen to your story. But I guess maybe he doesn't want his sister to view him in like a different way, because the people that have known that for him to have the mystic eyes were all afraid of him, except for Ark, who has kind of like come to terms with it.
別になんでもない。
And even then, she called him a monster like 5 times.
ただ終わったんだなってよ。
The weight lifted from my chest as I say those words puts a smile on my face. Ultimately, it seems that Akiha has accepted my explanation. I thank her as I stand up. I mean, he could have said that like he was attacked by the serial killer and he had to stay somewhere in the meantime to avoid it until the serial killer was caught. That actually probably would have been better.
いや、安心したらお腹が減ってきた。朝食をもらってきてもいい？
And like, that could also explain his injury. He was attacked, but he was saved.
私に許可を求める必要はありません。朝食まで管理する気はありませんから、ご自由にとってください。琥珀なら厨房で朝食の支度をしているでしょうし。
サンキュー。じゃあ遠慮なく。
I make for the door. Ouch! My left leg is really killing me.
お待ちなさい、兄さん。先ほどから気になっていましたが、今のではっきりしました。
あ、いや、これは捻挫というか、筋を違えたというか。
そうですか。大したことはない。
I just imagine nothing to worry about, you say. She just kicks him in the leg. It's like, oh! Akiha walks towards me briskly. She looks at me in the eye, and without warning.
Hey.
Close enough. That's almost exactly it. She steps right on the most swollen part of my left foot, like she knew exactly where it hurt.
あらびっくり。兄さんのポーカーフェイスも直接的な痛みには脆いのですね。
You can't see her eyes, but you can see her smug as fuck smile.
そりゃ弱いよ。っていうか俺の方がびっくりだよ。お前分かっててやっただろ。
誤解ですわ。大した怪我ではないという兄さんの言を信じて精一杯の勇気で試してみただけですもの。
Oh, like the small hey. Akiha flashes a graceful, oh so wicked smile. This is clearly payback for me not telling her everything. I mean, you tried to. Akiha returns to the couch and elegantly lifts her teacup to her lips as though nothing happened. She seems to be in a fantastic mood now.
さて、確かに大した怪我ではなかったけど、 放っておくのも良くないわね。
We got a doctor in the house! Dr. Rock, come over here!
兄さん、課長として命じます。朝食が済み次第診察を受けるように。怪我の理由はともかく、大げさに痛がられるのは迷惑ですから。
そりゃ診察は受けたいけど、怪我の理由聞かなくていいのか？
興味ありません。どうせくだらない理由でしょうから。
I don't care.
だいたい聞いたところで私には内緒なんでしょ。
Akiha answered curtly. Very picture of authority.
外傷のない捻挫なら琥珀でも対応できます。あ、そっか。今朝はアラク先生もいましたね。
Dr. Rock in the house!
あの人はもともと外科の医師です。
Surgery, jeez.
内科の琥珀と外科のアラク先生。お好きな方を選んでください。
Huh. This is a little bit unexpected. I really like Kohaku, but I am pretty curious about Dr. Rock, so I'm gonna choose Dr. Rock. She's entertaining. I've seen a decent amount of Kohaku, but I've only seen one scene with Dr. Rock. I'll have Dr. Rock examine me. She might be a bit of an enigma, but I guess she's a real doctor. She's even got the white coat and everything.
わかりました。アラク先生には私から伝えておきますので、あとは自室で待機していてください。アラク先生は予想のつかない方ですが、
She might be weird.
医師としての腕は確かです。
Like really weird.
ここで暮らすのなら頻繁に会う人ですし、これを機に親睦を深めてください。
Akiha speaks dispassionately, perfectly concise and to the point. Now then, I'll grab breakfast and have my leg looked at afterwards. Ah, and that was the end to this. I was really scared. I thought we were gonna get roasted, but no, she was like, just don't do this anymore. Alright, I am kind of curious about the choices I've made. So, Dr. Rock, we can see her there, like, but yeah, we have several different things. I wonder if they all lead to this. Be nice to Akiha Coalition. I'd love to see another day. Oh, that might be it actually. But I'm glad I got all these like battle ones because like I feel like they make a big difference. I am curious about this one though. I thought going out would like be death, but not. It was not. But I think I'm gonna end it here for today. We got the conclusion to that epic fight and that one scene with Shiki. That was really cool. Although I do think making a road out of the blocks was kind of like, I feel like it would have been cooler if he like, you know, ninja jumped them, but I don't know how realistic that would have been, especially since he was upside down. But yeah, that was a really cool scene. And one thing I do want to mention is that I wonder how we're gonna connect with Arkwood now. That confirmed that we're on her route. But the thing is, it's also the point where we don't really have a reason to see her anymore. We killed her, yes, but like we helped her deal with the vampire, and that was the reason she was staying in town. She was here to deal with the vampire, and the vampire's gone. So like, she could leave, or is she just gonna stick around and mess with Shiki? I don't really like. In Witch on the Holy Night, after a certain big event happens, you kind of get. Like the pacing kind of gets reset where it goes back to like normal everyday high school life. And there are, you know, permanent changes that happen, but it kind of goes back to like a status quo. And right now we are at that status quo where we're just, you know, back with our family or the Tohno mansion. We're kind of mended and explained the things to Akiha. So we're just kind of going to continue onwards as normal. But how is Arkwood going to come back to the story? Is she just going to show up because she likes Shiki now and she wants to hang out with him more? Or is there going to be another problem that she has to stay here for? Who knows? It seems like the church is around. Maybe she's looking for, maybe the church is looking for Arkwood. So maybe she has to, I don't know, like convince them or something. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I read the Arkwood route in the manga, but honestly, I remember like 2 other major things that happen, one of them being very, 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 very inappropriate in the manga, which I'm not gonna ever talk about. But also remember one other very major plot point. But other than that, I don't know how we get there, and I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen. But I guess we'll find out next time. And as we continue getting cured by Dr. Rock or something. But until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!